the story. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Lori and David. We did find people who, trying to keep up their New Year's resolutions, their fitness resolutions, trying to fight to keep their routines, did so on a day when the temperature fought to make it to 20 degrees. On a frigid day in Central Park, most people opted not to get out and pound the pavement. But this is New York, and the runners we did find were sporting some, let's call it, interesting attire.
I'm pretty numb from the waist down, but the rest of me is warm. I mean, I started off in the northwest corner of Central Park, so I'm pretty much warmed up by now.
Okay, you weren't worried about hypothermia or frostbite?
No, I mean, I went to college in Maine. I ran around there all the time.
You're used to this.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
He seemed to think it was no big deal, but not so fast.
One of the dangers of this extremely cold weather is frostbite.
Dr. Mark Melrose of Manhattan Urgent Care explains.
I would generally advise everybody, runners, athletes, anybody who's outdoors in the cold, to keep exposed parts covered up, nose, ears, fingers, and toes generally, so that you don't get frostbite.
This guy knew what to wear. You have some layers on, right?
Yeah, I've gone with three. Two t-shirts and one overcoat, and then a pair of black pants. So I'm nice and warm at least anyway.
So if you overheat, you can take off one layer.
It's a layers game.
Lots of layers are important, so you can add or subtract a hat, a scarf, gloves, leggings or tights if you prefer to have a little bit more mobility while you're exercising, and again, take things off as you get too warm so that you don't perspire and then get even colder because your clothing is wet.
What about keeping hydrated? Only a concern during the warm season? Think again. Cold air is extremely dry.
Make sure that you stay well hydrated because your circulatory system is under a lot more stress when it's cold out, and that'll help you perform better while you're outdoors.
And lastly, listen to your body, as it'll tell you when the situation is becoming dangerous.
If you're exercising and shivering outdoors, it's time to come in.
And it's very important not to get to the point where you start sweating, because this is what can happen. We literally poured water over this t-shirt. Within 3 to 5 minutes, it was frozen solid. Live here in Central Park, meteorologist Jeff Smith, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
That's incredible. Oh, my gosh. All right, Jeff. Thank you. Stay with us.